Winnipeg is host to some of the most amazing and unique heritage buildings in the entire country. Winnipeg was known as the gateway to the West, or the Chicago of the North, and attracted some of the most talented designers and architects that built incredibly unique buildings, just like this one. This is the story of a heritage building I bought and had the pleasure of working on with a great team.
My name's Jason. I buy real estate and put great deals together. Give me a city, I'll buy a property and assemble teams to maximize its value.
I used to play baseball with home runs into windows. Why is real estate my game? Because land is the only thing they don't make anymore. And I still get to break windows.
I'm Steven. I start these projects and I finish them. I work with contractors, designers, trades, and I get things done.
I'm all about the details. Perception is key. Our product, our company, and our very presence represent an experience. I make sure that the experiences others have with us leave a story worth telling.
Oh, I almost forgot about the most important part, the money.
Who, me?
I'm the money. I provide the money so that my money will make me more money. Money.
My name is Schreyer with Cathedral. We specialize in house flipping, rent-to-owns. We have a contracting company as well. And that's essentially what we do. We keep busy with doing different contracting jobs, flipping houses. And that's what brought me here. Me and Jason Kreschuk have been working together with Stratford Capital. And we've been partnered on a few deals, real estate deals, and we're just getting the Stratford Cathedral going. It's our premier vintage Victorian house flip, a really beautiful home. I'm really excited to get working on it and turning that thing into a masterpiece that a family can call their own.
So we got a lead last night, and Brendan is always the one to post the ads for real estate, and we got a response through Kijiji. Now what happened was, the lady who responded to my ad, she wanted me to come see the house. She was trying as a favor to sell the house, or help sell the house, of the guy who was buying her house. So I get there and I give them 65 because that's exactly what they want. I said, that works for you, that helps you get a down payment, that works for me. So I get a call from Schreyer. He goes down to the seller's house because the seller doesn't have a phone, just to see that everything's good. So Brett goes there and he phones me and he says, hey, there's some blonde girl here trying to list the house that we just bought. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
So we went down to the property, we got the purchase contract. We also made an agreement in the purchase contract that we can go bring our contractors in and make estimations for the renovations. So I got to the property, and as I was rolling up, the seller was pulling into his driveway. And I was like, okay, that's great timing. Like, I'm just showing up and checking it out. And I knocked on the door, and the lady answered, and she said, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm here to talk to the seller about helping him move out and also getting our contractors in there. And what happened was, she said to me, it's not gonna be happening because I'm gonna be listing this property. I'm a realtor and I'm gonna be listing this property. And I said, well, we just bought this property and I need to bring my contractors in there to do the rent estimations.
We had just received notification that the sellers were suddenly unhappy with the deal and they wanted to back out. So I have to go through and relive the moment write out affidavits, or sorry, write my story, give it to my lawyer. He writes them into affidavits. I get theirs, review theirs, they review mine. It goes back and forth. I end up going to court, and my lawyer says to me, look, does this deal make sense at 100? Think about it on your drive here, and we'll talk about when you get here. And I said, well, yeah, but why? He said, here's the deal. If you go and pursue this to the end, you're probably gonna get the house for 65 grand. But the lady who brought you the deal and responded to your ad, she's gonna get sued for the difference of 65 to 100. You either pursue it to the end, pay more legal fees, or you lay down and cover her. So I increased my offer to 100, and we did the deal. So, from where I sit, possession date is in 2 weeks. Hey guys, Jason here. We're here inside our project, the Stratford Cathedral. We're here with RJ, Richard
John McCullough.
I was upstairs and RJ came in the house. Was nice enough to come by.
I graced them with my presence.
He graced us with his presence. And
I blew in like the breeze.
He blew in like the breeze.
Enjoy my words at ease.
And he's gonna rap a bit about the house that he grew up in right here. RJ.
Alright, I just wanna let my fans know I'm a spunky kind of character and I don't care, bro. You win a house, that means a lot to me. Since I was a young OG, I was eating food, checking out the trees. You know, in this very room right here, I used to watch Care Bears and give them the cheers. I used to eat hot dogs and put chips up in them. I don't know if I can swear, but I don't care. Sorry, but I want to tell you this is sentimental house to me. Yeah, I got something hotter for you. This was my uncle's house and I lived here a few years of my life. My uncle used to live here, God was dope, he was fat, he was a good man. Took care of all my mom's kids without a damn care. Ow, ow! Check it out. Yeah, belligerent on the mic. What up?
That was perfect. I like perfect. Were we both in there? Okay, so we just got our budget plan, and it's very different when you put the plan on paper to when you actually go to the house and see what has to be done. We're gonna go check in on Steven and just see what exactly we need to do and what speed bumps are gonna run into, because you always run into speed bumps. Steven, how are you?
Good, you?
Good, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this place. So what are we looking at?
A lot of money. I hope you brought your checkbook.
Okay, let's go check it out.
All right.
Okay, front entrance, what are we doing here?
Whatever you'd like.
Yeah, okay. I think you mentioned over the phone this railing might be a problem.
Yeah, the spindles here are a little bit too wide, so we're just going to stick something in the middle to make it safe.
Okay. Why do you need to do that?
Otherwise, kids or dogs can put their heads through, maybe get caught, fall through.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal. So I know the wallpaper didn't work out as planned. 4 layers, 3 days later, but I do have a save.
Okay.
Which is this upper portion of the window.
Okay.
When we put a new window in, we'll use that as a decorative piece at the top.
Awesome.
Just as you see it.
Wait, so this stays? You're gonna say
That
this?
stays, yes.
Awesome. Okay, brother, what's going on in the dining room?
Everything. A wall that's being opened, and our patio doors.
When you first brought me in here, no, you said over the phone, you said, there's 2 windows, 1, 2, and you said to me, it looks stupid to have cabinet, window, cabinet, window, cabinet.
They went low, so you couldn't even put cabinets underneath if you wanted to. So it just made sense to get rid of it completely and shorten this one up. And now you can have cabinets all along this wall, up, all on the top. Pot lights, patio doors, open wall, big front window. Like, you can afford to lose a little bit of light.
And when I was in the office and we made the budget, we were aware of this bathroom, and I think our initial plan was to blow it out and make it 1.
To make a new bathroom would cost way too much, way too much. So it's nice to have 2 bathrooms. There still will be a toilet room, but also we moved a toilet into the next room as well. So now you have 2 toilets.
Ah, okay, so technically we have a 1.5 bath house still.
Right.
And people can go to the bathroom in 2 places, so there's the privacy element too.
Yeah, if you got kids or a wife, you know, it's nice to have that second toilet, you know about that.
In
right?
case of emergency.
And what we're doing on the ceiling as well is putting, it's a mesh, it's actually an exterior mesh. And because it's such old plaster, it was still okay, but it, you know, it cracks over time, it cracks, you know, you won't fall down, but you know, it might one day. So we put this mesh on, it's actually rated for exterior use, and it's solid, it's like, it's concrete floor now. So when the house was built, this was a 3-bedroom house. The previous owner took this wall, turned it into a 2-bedroom house, and now we turn it back into a 3-bedroom house.
Well, I'm always happy to see Steven, for one. Was there some excitement? Yes, all the time. And progress tends to come in leaps and bounds. So you don't see it, and then 4 weeks later you see it, and it's like a totally new project. So obviously there's a whole lot to catch up on. It's like an old family member you haven't seen for a long time. Mm-hmm. So what sucked about this project is we originally, we look at the house and you have this massive 3rd story. And we got up there, and as soon as we cleaned it out and we saw how much area we actually had to work with, and we cleaned up all the pigeon crap, we had dreams and visions, and it was like we were just ready to move in.
So yeah, the loft, we were looking to develop the loft as well, and we brought down the engineer. He took a look at it, and eventually we had to get surveys and all this different stuff, and we found out that in order to develop that upper loft, which would have been a nice selling feature, and really would have got us top dollar for the house, probably a lot more than what we were asking, wasn't possible. It was possible, but you would have had to add interior walls, load-bearing walls, all the way down to the foundation.
So that was a huge letdown, because we thought the castle, you know, the cathedral, this is our project, our highlight reel for the year, and suddenly we have to axe this 3rd floor because it's not within budget. We just can't. We just have to let it go.
I think the budget was laid out. I mean, and anybody who does even if you do home renovations for yourself, there's always these added things, no matter what you do. There's you just don't account for everything. You can't. Mentally, you can't do it. I mean, so when you build these budgets, you're in a perfect world, and things happen, things come up. Guys don't show up to work, or it rains when you're supposed to be painting, or nothing cooperates. You're always having to fight against every other element going on around you. So street parking's terrible because you have a very short boulevard, and you have the neighbor who has a driveway, so you kind of want to block them, and you can't park here on Wednesdays. The back, there is a parking spot in the back, but there's no garage. So that's why we go ahead and now we got to put a garage in.
And we axed the garage because we wanted the loft. Now the loft is gone. We looked out on the street and we said, there's nowhere for anyone to park. We're selling a 3-bedroom home for a family of 3 or 4, and there's no parking.
We were gonna have a permit for the garage, and we had all the stuff we needed, exactly what they said, and they're like, oh, does this fall under waterways? And we looked on the map, and you literally could just walk across the street and it wouldn't fall under waterways, but we were in waterways.
And the unfortunate part, again, is that this garage falls within the flood zone of the river. Even though we're 5 houses away from the river, this house falls in the flood zone, so we had to get a waterways permit from the city.
And then we had to get another geodetic survey of the land to make sure that where we were building the garage was in the right spot and at the right levels, which is a little bit of a pain, and it just added some extra time that we were ready to build the garage.
It's going to be more cost, but at the end, people need a place to park. As far as the finishings and what's going to come from here, it is going to be an extremely tight budget. Like we have spent more on the kitchen, we've spent more on a patio and a deck, we've spent more on a really awesome high efficient furnace. Like it's starting to add up and we're starting to feel the crunch. You might even see us on site swinging some hammers to make this thing work. Not to mention the extra permits we've had to go through for all this extra stuff. Like it is extremely tight, extremely tight. This house will be staged beautifully, nice light fixtures, staged beautifully, and otherwise finished well. But it's hard to look at it in the state it is, but you know that in 4 weeks of hard focused effort, it'll be almost in a finished stage.
Okay, so far, to make this house great again, we've replaced all the wiring in the entire house. We've replaced all the plumbing in the entire house from the basement right to the roof. We've demoed some of the old nasty plaster, and now it's just a matter of putting it back together. New bedroom. Currently there's 2, so we're going to make it into a 3rd bedroom. We're putting a new toilet in because there was only 1 toilet in a really funny location. So now there's 2. It'll be a smaller tub, but I'm sure people can handle that. So we're going to take this wall out right here. We're going to take that window out. We're going to remove that door and move it over 8 inches to give way for the cabinets and frame in the ceiling. And that's about that.
Doing just fine before I met you. I drink too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay. Hey, you tell your friends it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never see them again. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city and I broke down crying. 4 years, no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar, and I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older.
Hey everyone, so thanks for watching. This has been a wonderful project. We sold for top dollar, went a little bit over the budget in renovations, but overall great project. We had a pleasure working with designers. We had a pleasure working with our contractors. Stratford Price, thank you for everything. And I hope that you guys are around to see some more video in the future, because Stratford Price and General Cathedral, we ain't done. So we're always gonna be having fun and always gonna be having a lot of video. Right, Jason? Woo! Yes. A little bit more money into it than we thought we would, but that's all right. This project went awesome with Stratford Price.
The dog on top. I'm gonna try and hold it in someone else.